going live right now. sorry about that, guys.
Well, hello, everyone.
Hey, it's 2025. We've been talking for like 10 minutes, guys, that are tuning in, and I realized I forgot to push the button. It's been a long day.
Let's remember everything we've already talked about.
Yep. Shall we start over?
Oh, boy. All right, well, once
That was
again.
a heck of an intro, though, but I'm telling you, that was the best 10
one I've
minutes
ever
of our
done.
best 10 minutes.
Emmy nominated, probably, at this point.
Can that one and send it to the Hall of Fame?
All right,
would you
straight
please?
back to the top. Wrap it up. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, the theme of the first half of the season here at Michigan City High School. The blazing 5-0 start, one of the leading scoring teams in the state of Indiana. Since then, we have really ratcheted up the level of competition that the Wolves have seen. They've gone through a ranked East Chicago team. They've gone through one of the top 3 teams in the state in Crown Point. Riley, a top 10 team. 0-6 since then. The numbers have flipped, as Drew pointed out.
We might not get an Emmy, but you might get a Tony.
I mean, you know.
As long as they don't try and teach me how to Dougie.
No, obviously, the last time we were with you on the air, Michigan City was riding high at 5-0, and that's the last home game that they've had. And we'll remember that was the East Chicago game. Wolves came up on the short end there.
It's because we weren't broadcasting. That's why. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. I mean, they win when we talk.
Right. But
well, let's continue that trend tonight.
They played Detroit Cass, difficult game.
Another
Crown
big ranked
Point,
team in Michigan.
tough
Yeah.
game. You mentioned South Bend Riley, tough game. So, you know, again, I think that the important thing here is that you keep the spirits up and you realize that you were a team that was 5-0 at one point this year. And you have to build off of that. You have to go back and find that team that started off 5-0 and, you know, put the last 6 games behind you, knowing that you are at home now. I mean, just like the last game was kind of the turning of a tide, tonight could represent a turning of the tide as well.
Well, and usually when you're looking to end a 6-game losing streak, the last team you want to see in your gym is Valparaiso High School. Traditional high-powered team that scores, team that plays basketball the right way. The Jack Smiley defection has really hurt them this year. 4-9. Now, they had the schedule in place thinking Mr. Smiley was going to be here this year. So, you know, this is a big-time schedule they've got going on here. But 4-9 coming into tonight. Again, big ranked teams all over the place. East Chicago, I see Hamilton Southeastern. South Bend St. Joe, the number 1 3A team in the state of Indiana. Penn. It has been a rough year for Valparaiso.
You got the Duneland standings there on your screen for those of you at home. But, again, it's very early, only 1 game in. But Crown Point obviously showing what they are made of. And I know that Mike doesn't want to do it, but shout out to the Slicers for being up there. Sitting at 9-4, Slicers have had some rough goes of it in recent years, but they are showing signs of life over there in Slicerville.
Well, one thing I will note from a statistical standpoint, LaPorte has played one of the easiest schedules of all the Duneland schools so far this year.
You're not going to get into this college football playoff stuff, are you?
Playoffs? Oh, no.
Actually, looking at it, they have played the easiest schedule in the entire Duneland Conference so far. So 9-4, sure. But I think they lack a signature win so far this year.
You didn't play anybody in the SEC, did you?
Hey, the Duneland. That's all we care about. We are the SEC. We are the Big Ten, right?
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Anyway.
Go Irish.
Next week, right?
Right.
We'll get on the slice next week. Heritage Night the 24th. Be here if you can be here. It's going to be a great one. We're going to honor some Elston High School greats, mid-90s teams, the last teams to cut down banners in these gyms, actually in this very gym. Back then, sectionals also played here. But so join us here if you can. I know Laporte's already planning a big contingent. So let's keep it loud and proud here, City. But
there is going to be a bit of an Elston theme, but I also want to tell all those out there, if you want to wear your Columbia blue and gold, feel free to do that. We want to level it out a little bit, and
as much as it hurts the eyes.
If you want to wear your Rogers gear, you wear your Rogers gear.
Or you could just wear gray and blue and support the Wolves.
There you go.
However you want to do it.
And really, that is kind of the idea behind Heritage Night, is to bring back the unification of City. Because really, at the core of it, that's what this has always been about. It's about City. It's about our kids. Like, we want to put on a community-based product for our kids to be proud of and for us to be proud of our kids. And that's the core of what we're trying to recapture here at Heritage Night. We want to have those Friday nights with 5,000 people in the gym, with it louder than like you can handle, but the excitement, the community-based energy that comes from the connection between high school athletics and a community-based energy, right? You've seen it. You've been there. You've got to cut down those. I guess not cut down some nets in football, but like
that'd be cool.
Maybe pull down the goalposts and take them to Lake Michigan, right? When you guys did some stuff.
Sounds expensive.
No, Mr. McCollum, I am not advocating for that.
And I'm sure he's listening right now and watching.
But anyway, next Friday, we're going to put some info out on the Wolves Facebook page later this weekend, potentially on Monday. But we do have a couple of special guests that will be here. But want to encourage everybody to come out to the Wolves Den. But if you can't make it to the Wolves Den, we will be here, so you'll be able to see it from afar on YouTube.
Oh, Drew, you called me special.
So tell your wife, tell your kids, even if you can't make it in. We know the great diaspora of Michigan City over the last couple decades has spread people out kind of all over the country. Mm-hmm. So even if you just want to kind of tune in and have a reminisce on the old days, right here we got you. All right, folks. In the background there, you hear the Michigan City High School pep band under the direction of Jason Smith. They will be here next week.
Oh, excuse me.
Whoa,
anyway.
whoa.
Hey. All right. So
I was just getting a head start on Heritage Night. That's all I'm saying.
As you see kind of coming into focus here at center court, that is the Michigan City JROTC presenting the colors tonight. And you hear the vocal tones of one of the legends of Michigan City announcing down there, and Stan Holcraft about to bring them in along with the starting lineup. So we'll send it down to Stan for the introductions and to hear the playing of our national anthem by Michigan City. Thank you.
To maintain the highest standards of quality sportsmanship at every athletic contest. With this in mind, we hope that every player, coach, and fan in the Wolves Den this evening demonstrates a positive attitude and respectful sportsmanship throughout our game this evening. Let's all make sure that every game is an enjoyable, meaningful, and positive experience for the players, and that we support them with great sportsmanship. Presenting the colors tonight is the Michigan City High School Marine Corps Junior ROTC Color Guard. The right rifleman is Cadet Sergeant Jordan Staples. The National Color Bearer is Cadet Major Marcus Mantell. The Marine Color Bearer is Cadet Sergeant Aiden Gordon. And the left rifleman is Cadet Second Lieutenant Matthew Wilson. If you're not already doing so, would you please rise, face the colors for the playing of our national anthem by the Michigan City High School Pep Band.
pep band, along with the Michigan City High School JROTC. And I even see we had a couple members of the Michigan City ASL, the American Sign Language Club, down there under the direction of Miss Tegan Powers. So wonderful representation of clubs and opportunities here at Michigan City High School, right in a little bow there. You got athletics, you got sign club, you got cheerleaders out here, pep band. We're doing it all here at Michigan City High School, guys.
Everybody involved. That's what's important. Aaron, I think you might have a screen on there with the Michigan City starting five.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are introducing the Vikings. One change in the Michigan City starting lineup. Davion Davis joins the starting five, along with Isaiah Smoot, Jerron Upshaw, Terrence McCray, and Keegan Cowgill, rounding out the starting five for the Wolves.
I didn't realize Davion was in the starting.
He was not until tonight.
Oh.
So interesting
Gonna bring
pull there by Coach
Murph off the
Upshaw.
bench, or
Well, we'll see. You know, when you have a 6-game losing streak, there are going to be changes.
yeah, something's got to give.
That is the good thing about a competitive program is you want to be able to say, okay, next man up.
Yeah,
Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. But at the end of the day, there is only one goal for these teams, and that is to win in the postseason.
yes.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe account for the Candy Stripe pants.
I like it. I like it. I
miss
believe.
that so bad.
I believe. I think we could get that. It's crazy, though, how expensive
I know.
some of that stuff is. It's just because they know you want it. That's why. That's how they get you.
It's how they get you.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we'll kind of do this one at halftime, but I actually went back. I had become a little bit foggy on the process of the Wolves becoming the Wolves at consolidation. But I did have a good conversation with Tim Beatry, who was the principal of Michigan City High School when Rogers and Elston combined. And we kind of compared notes. And, a lot of times people ask, how did the Wolves become the Wolves? And I had forgotten what I think the crucial point is. The Chicago Wolves minor league hockey team was founded in 1994. And that actually played a considerable role, from what I understand, in the Wolves
I've never heard
becoming
that.
a Wolf.
Interesting.
There was a mama wolf and a daddy wolf.
All right, Keegan Cowgill jumping tip for the Wolves. Isaiah Keene for Valpo, and it will be the Vikings to start with it. Levon Redmond will have the ball first. Trent Kims gonna work. Little weave action around the outside there. 15, 20 seconds in. Nothing's even gotten inside the three-point stripe. Valpo continues to pass the ball around the exterior. Dribble in, pop out. Redmond with it. He is defensed closely by Davis, and Davis gives a little bit of an extra shoulder forearm there to the guard of Valparaiso to draw the first foul of the game. 30 seconds in. Valpo will trigger on the sideline. They look to go in. They try and throw over the top of Cowgill. He knocks it loose, triggered out.
And he said not
Smoot
today.
with it. Give and go. Back McCray, 4-3 out of the corner. That's short, no good. Back the other way, long rebound. And up and in for Keene. Excuse me, Redmond. Isaiah Redmond on the score there. McCray brings it back, sets the offense for the Wolves. Smoot with it, clears. Elbow jumper on the way. That's off the front iron, no good. And rebound to the Vikings. They look to get into the offense. Hand off for Kimes. And
Offensive foul.
offensive foul on the screen, I believe. Number 34. I think they got the big man Isaiah Keene there.
Is that Upshaw in a tie?
It is. I was just going to say that.
Trying something different for DAC action? Is
Well,
that-
we'll have to ask him if there's like a little break the luck jinx thing going on there.
Yeah.
It's not working, do something different. Into the post they go for Upshaw. Hand off, double team for McCray. McCray looks to go high for Cowgill. He spins out of the pressure.
That's
Davis.
a dangerous pass.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, you
can't pick up your dribble like that.
Nope. And then that's got to come out hard. Upshaw the scoop. That's no good.
Oh.
Back the other way come the Vikes. 3 on 4 to the rim. Lay-in is good for Caden Crowell.
I'll tell you, the Vikings aren't looking like a, what is it, a
4-9 team.
team
Davis,
right now?
no good. Upshaw, the offensive rebound. He goes to work 1-on-2. That's no good. Fought for a loose on the ground. Bodies hitting it, and we are going to have a jump ball.
Nope, they called a timeout. Valpo.
Oh no, they did.
I don't know if the Vikings aren't looking like a 4-9 team, or if we are looking like a 5-6 team.
Yeah, that could be it too. I mean, when you think about it, we're fairly equally matched based on records.
2 minutes in, Valpo showed more energy so far.
Wolves 0 for 5 from the field so far.
And 3 from Smoot, right? I think Smoot's taken 3 shots so far this game.
I believe you are correct. Yeah. All right, so quick 30-second timeout for the Vikings to save possession there. They will come out, work the full length of the floor with the basketball. 4-0 Valpo here so far at the Wolves' Den. Michigan City looking to get going here. Give themselves a little momentum coming into a little bit easier stretch of their schedule right now.
Yeah, they're playing like 1 game a week now, aren't they?
Yeah, and none of the teams they've got until Portage, I believe, are like highly regarded. Yeah. Let's say it that way.
But you know, LaPorte always plays us.
Oh, no, they'll give us a game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I might talk game and smack, but you never, ever, never overlook that game.
Yeah.
Runner into the lane. That's off the back iron. No good. Rebound, McCray. He shoots it out for Smoot. Smoot picks it up. Opposite wing for Upshaw. Fadeaway jumper on the baseline. Bounces off.
Again.
No good.
They're just not.
We're not setting any plays.
Nothing.
Nothing. It's just run down and shoot.
And 7-0 we go.
Yeah.
Michigan City out hustled on that. McCray back for 3. That's long, no good. That is not the shot you want from Terrence.
No, and once again, no plays run.
Nothing.
We're just going down and shooting.
Oh, and
a travel
called. I thought for a second they were calling a timeout there, Coach Upshaw with the play stop,
Yeah.
but apparently the guard Redmond did not get the feet set before he got the ball because they called the shuffle, and back it goes to Michigan City. So we do see some subs coming in. I see Nick Stewart in there for the first time tonight. I also
Anthony
see TQ.
Murphy is in the game, and TQ is also in the game.
Little more what I'd call the energy squad for the Wolves. And now an offensive foul goes back the other way.
My.
Let's see who they get. They get Isaiah. 1 is the loneliest number there.
He's trying to say, hey, ref, I just stood there. I didn't do anything.
So Michigan City going to put defense on Valpo. Full court. No real pressure, but they're going to defend the guys for the full length of the floor. Valpo now with it in the front court. Spinning, kick for the elbow. Pull up, just inside the stripe. That's off the back iron, no good. Fought for, still loose. And let's see which way we're going.
Good sportsmanship there.
As the young man from Valpo Kimes will help up our young man. And it will go to Michigan City. So foul going to be on a Viking. That one will go on Trent Kimes. So Michigan City, 3.5 minutes in, still no score. And as was mentioned, City leading scorer Anthony Murphy, member of the 500-point club here recently. Member number 30 of that elite club here at the Wolves. He's going to look to go to work. Spins. Fakes, goes up. That's off the back iron, no good. He gets the offensive rebound after the tap out. Looked like TQ on the tap out there. Stewart, nice screen set for 3. Long, no good, but foul underneath. Looks like we're walking the other way. That was a nice up screen to free up Nick Stewart on that fade to the spot there. But just everything a little long tonight for City.
The foul on Van Buren, his first.
Except the amount of time we're holding on to the ball.
I feel like the critics up here from the Muppets.
Listen.
All right, so Valpo with it. Looks like City's showing a little zone here. 2-tree on the block. That's missed, no good. Fought for and controlled by Murphy. Anthony looking to get the floor running. No one stops the ball, so he goes all the way to the rim. They're going to call it on the ground, though. He got the bump out near the block. Good call by the official there. Good foul given by the Viking because Anthony was going all the way to the rim. Looks like the score bug might be a little behind, but it is 7-0 Valpo.
Oh, jeez, this thing. All day today. It just hates me.
So City with it as they look to get going. Stewart holds on the wing, pounds the dribble, drives, kicks. Cowgill thinks about it. Now on the baseline, give and go back for Cowgill. He wasn't looking for it. Rescued by TQ and stolen away by Valpo. Nice anticipation, Julian Stokes on that one. All right, so the Vikings still pitching the shutout here. Into the block, the leaner, no. Fought for out of bounds. It will go to, I think, City, yes.
Well, we almost got as many fouls as we do points collectively.
All right, the Wolves will call a timeout here. See what variety we're going to go. It is going to be a 30, so we will keep it here.
Yes, sir.
3 minutes, 16 seconds to go here, first quarter of play. Wolves offensively challenged, let's say.
0 for 9. 0 for 9 so far from the field.
It's about where I'm at when I get on the court for the first time in a while, too.
And really what you want to see here is you want to see which player of yours is going to say, okay, the outside game is not working. The three-pointers have not even looked respectable. We've had one good look that didn't go down. The rest have been shots you can get anywhere in the cycle.
Yep.
Get to the rim.
Yep.
Who's going to sacrifice the body? Who's going to go looking for contact and try and generate either a layup or an open shot from the inside?
Yep, and it's right now, like I said, maybe we got a call. Here we go.
Into the block they go, and they dialed it up. So Murph goes into the block for TQ. Banker is open.
Yeah, Nick, good D.
Stewart closely guarding there. Now they dribble into a double team. It's going to go out of bounds to Michigan
back
City.
to us.
Nice pressure there, TQ and Nick Stewart. Big man was not ready to receive the ball there and tapped it out of bounds. So Michigan City now, the defense looking to create a little bit. So let's get this momentum going here, boys. Again, they look to set up the same play as Van Buren swings into place. Now they reverse. Stewart holds on the wing. He's going to drive behind the back. Nothing there, so he brings it back out. Cowgill thought about it. Back for Stewart. He does. It's again long, out of bounds over the backboard.
Yeah.
We know Nick has the range.
Yes, absolutely.
That's never the question.
And
but a step-off three like that, you can get anywhere in the cycle. Inside to outside.
And he's coming home and having Coach Upshaw tell him the same thing.
Yep.
Probably.
I'm telling you, I'd like to see him fake that and try to drive. I mean, you get the defender on their feet.
Especially as a shooter that is respected. So they're going to chase him. They're going to come at him. And that moves bodies out of place. High post they go, give and go. The lefty lay-in is missed at the rim by Valpo. Now they're going to fight for it. Cowgill comes out and rescues. Back the other way now, City the number advantage. Into the lane,
and
pull up Murphy.
Charge.
What?
Ooh.
That's a crazy call.
Okay. Cool.
Let me see if I got it from Mark's angle.
I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of agree with it.
Okay, here we go. Here it is.
I missed the contact there.
I'm still in the replay, sorry. I need to see this.
All right, so Valpo going to bring the ball up against City pressure. Now they're showing a little more than token pressure. Valpo does break.
He did have a little bit of a push.
A little bit of a push, yeah. I'd like to see him play on. But who doesn't?
So Valpo with it, back to live action here. Holding, Tom Flynn. And on the back end, I'm going to call that another illegal screen.
We're going to be at free throws for both teams in a few seconds, although.
The officials, all we ask is consistency.
Yep, and they have.
And it
They've
has been consistent. It's tight.
It's been a good called game. So
but it's consistent. And that's really all you ask. Obviously, Michigan City wants it to be a little looser.
Yep.
But if this is the way it is, you got to be ready for it because this is how postseason gets called.
Here we go again.
Step back TQ, no good. Davion fighting for it there, and it will go out of bounds. Looked like Maddox Wagner there, the big sophomore for the Vikes, got the last hand on that one.
Still not liking this step back threes.
TQ gets a yellow card, too, for that, by the way, with the fall.
Yeah.
Trying to draw the...
Yeah. Acting classes are on Tuesday.
Yes.
2 minutes on sportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah. A for effort. C- for execution.
On the block. Nice
And
entry,
one.
finish, and the foul. I missed who inbounded there, but it was an absolutely perfectly set up play to get the ball to Murphy inside the block there. And when he's got the ball in that position, one-on-one, he is lethal.
Some odd reason my replays are not working right now.
Looks like the foul goes on Julian Stokes. That'll be his second.
Right now, guys, we're getting an extreme gift because as badly as we're shooting, and we are still in this game.
Yeah, Valpo has not really shot much better.
Nope.
So Murph hits the first free throw of the game for City. City, again, going to show that pressure. And it's interesting. So looking at this, I'm going to compare the style of the setup of the press to something here. Remember when Tom Wells' first group came in here, and they had guys like kind of the long guys like Jose Jenkins in the middle of that press?
Yep.
They're using Van Buren and McCray in that same position. So you have to throw over the long arms there. I'm liking that look. That's going to cause havoc for a lot of short guards out there. And Cowgill almost stole it away there.
Wide open three.
Yeah, he did.
And
Good
they
call.
will call the foul, though.
No, they're calling him out of bounds.
Oh, they're calling it out of bounds.
Cowgill was out of bounds when
Got
he
it.
had his hand
Got
on the
it.
ball.
I'd like to see
Good eye, Rob.
2 seconds put back on the clock then.
All right, so Michigan City defense picking it up here a little bit. 44.6 left for your first quarter of play.
Hey, Michigan City's on a 5-0 run the last 2.5 minutes of this
There
game.
we are. Valpo with it. And another travel going to be called.
Yep.
Caden Crowell
He Cupid shuffled.
wanted to shoot, dribble,
He did
and
the old-
penetrate all at the same time.
Yep.
The
Did
old
none
Valpo
of them.
two-step.
Yeah.
Shuffling down 49.
And so Michigan City, a chance to tie or go ahead here late in the first. It is going to be Murph with it. He gives for Davis between the circles. Now wing. Upshaw high.
Murph
They're
calling
looking to
for
get
it.
it in the block. He is going to go right to the hole. The box, no.
It was a great idea, though. And that's going to be
And
out of bounds.
thrown away.
That was out of
Oh,
bounds.
it looks like he stepped out of
He
bounds, but it
definitely
is rescued by
stepped in.
Valpo. They look to go to the work. Long three out of the opposite corner. That's short, no
Go,
good.
go.
Cowgill, 6. Murphy to the
believe
rim.
I can fly.
And the dunk will end the first quarter of play.
Strong on the execution. Didn't quite stick the landing.
No, he did. And I.
All right, well, it's one in the books, folks. It wasn't pretty, but each team with a touchdown in the first quarter of play. It is 7-7 after one here at Ames Field.
Ignore our score that says 24-24. It's because we keep bumping the table. I'm blaming you guys. This is all your fault. All your fault.
Here's the thing. If this was 15, 20 years ago, I would expect a 7-7 score at the end of
And now
one.
it's 347. so
However, with the amount of shots that we're taking,
you know what? I'm just going to turn this off and do it myself.
But I will say
I like 37.
the coaching has started to come through. You've seen the attack for Michigan City come from the inside the last, say, 3 minutes of the quarter. When Coach Upshaw called that timeout at the 3:16 mark, I think, well, okay, look. It's pretty obvious what needed to happen there.
Yep.
And Coach Upshaw and the rest of that staff must have got the message through to these guys, because after that point, the shots came from in the paint. They came at the rim, and guess what? 7-0.
Yep.
there were a couple step-back threes, and those players quickly came out.
That is
And
also
I
accurate.
appreciate Upshaw for doing that.
I think it was
I'm
a
sure
well
he will
sent
watch
message.
this tonight and tell I'm thanking you for that because
It was a well sent message.
yep.
All right, so the Wolves, after losing the tap, will get the ball back first here in the second. In they go. High post Murph. Murph draws the double.
Foul.
Springs.
And one.
Shoots. Scores.
And one.
And that is why you work the offense from the inside to the outside and not the back.
See, now I got to manually do the score like a.
Foul goes Trent Crimes. That is going to be his second. So the second player for the Vikes with 2 fouls.
Aaron has broken out the abacus.
Yeah, I got to do the score by my hand now. This
Like a savage.
Yeah, technology failed me.
Murph good on the free throw as well. So another guy who's really stepped up here is Anthony Murphy.
10-0 run now.
Is he all 10 points? Or is he 8 of 10?
8
Okay.
of 10, 8 of 10.
I was going to say, I know he's been the man
Buren,
here.
Van Buren contributed to.
That's
he
the
got
other
it started.
one.
I think Van Buren got it started, didn't he?
Out of the corner, 3
Answer.
is good. KJ Avery with the answer, and we are knotted back at 10. So 10-0 run from Michigan City is over, but that's okay. Let's go to work, boys. Splitting the defense.
And
the
one
lay
again.
is
No.
travel.
Not as great.
Okay, sure. I mean, we've been calling travels all night, so might as well add another one to the list.
Sure, in 1985, that's called a travel.
Well, that's how Aaron's scoring right now.
Yeah, let me go ahead and throw this replay up right at that point.
At 7-7, it was 1985 at the end of the morning.
Okay.
No, we used to score in the 80s.
He
Come
did
on.
travel. He did.
Yeah,
He absolutely traveled.
he picked up his dribble at the 3-point line. So
Listen.
I know he's tall.
No, that's
but-
called a hezzy.
Is that what
Well,
it is?
usually they give you the gather in this game.
Yeah.
Like these days, they kind of give you the gather before they start counting stuff.
Guys, he traveled so bad there's rushing yards in the stats.
Murphy now going to look for the 3. That is long, short, no good. And the rebound to the Vikes. All the way back the other way, pushing tempo. Now kick again.
He got a finger.
Calzo
on that.
got it.
Air ball
he got
for
a finger
3.
on that one.
Rebounded by the Vikings. Back to the other corner, all the way to the rim. The spin layup is no good, but Caden Crowell will go to the line.
What about the rule of vertical?
I don't like. I was going to say that. I don't like that foul, but it's not us to call.
In order for the rule of verticality to take effect, Calgill was moving.
He was moving.
He was moving.
He was moving.
Good replay.
And the ball never lies. I'm just going to say it.
It doesn't.
Well, always on the playground, right?
Or
ball
my-
never lies.
or my favorite, shoot
Call
for
a
it.
foul,
Shoot-
miss the free throw. Ball never
for it.
lies.
Shoot
He
for
said
it.
shoot for it.
This is pretty pathetic. Every time we've criticized the refs tonight, they've been right. It's
Yeah.
not. This is not going well for us.
Listen,
Hey,
we haven't.
My
had a-
faith is in the ball.
We haven't had a live stream in like a month and a half, so
We're rusty.
And he missed both of them. All right, so something you don't see very often from a Viking. 2 free throw misses.
calling a travel.
And Murph was trying to get rid of the ball, but no one was looking.
Yep.
He saw the open player shooting the other gap there in Isaiah Smoot, but Isaiah was not looking
And
up.
he had
Don't
picked up
agree
the ball.
with the officials. We invite you to try to be an official. I have a good reason for not doing it anymore.
No. You
But,
are absolutely right.
yeah.
I respect the heck out of these guys, what they do, how they do it.
Oh no,
You're
right.
They are right way more than I do. I might say loudly, but usually they're the ones right and I'm the ones wrong.
They won't let me be an official. I have too much of an attitude.
I'm too fat and can't get up and down the
And
floor.
for a couple officials I know, I find that hard to believe. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I'm sorry, attitude. I meant personality. That's
Right.
what I meant.
All right, Fader in the lane is dropped down by Levon Redmond. Valpo the last 5 in this one as they seesaw back in front.
You can't give that shot up. Somebody's got to come over and at least get a hand in his face.
Vikings in the zone now. Let's see what Michigan City's got.
Oh,
Stewart
my.
from the logo.
Oh, it looked good.
That's no good. It was on just a tiny bit short.
He'll get it. A little more snap of the wrist.
Dribble picked up, knocked away and stolen.
Whoa.
Stewart behind the back, loses Avery to the rim. The lay-in,
Oh,
no!
but he didn't finish.
Everything but the lay-in and a jump ball. Boy, they're lucky the foul wasn't called after that missed shot.
Got bailed out by the possession arrow.
I don't know if Little Nick was thinking he was going to get contact or what.
I'm almost thinking Nick thought maybe Isaiah was a defender. Because
Heard
Isaiah was
footsteps.
really close to him.
Usually Nick does not miss a free throw or a layup like that. So
And he lost the control for a second of the ball when he went behind the back, but it still looked good.
Valpo going to use Avery to get the ball up.
Yeah,
he
they're gonna call
splits
that.
it,
Yeah,
and they're going to call the
every
contact
time.
on Stewart.
You were behind him trying to catch up, and your hands on his back. They're going to call it.
And you're flailing like.
Yep.
So that'll be, they call it on McCray, actually. So that'll be his first second on the team. Right in the block. Nice entry pass. Lay in good for Caden Crowell.
Valpo on a 6-0 run.
Nice
now.
little back screen set there. Nick passes up the open look.
But I like what he did there.
Yep.
I like what he did there.
Yep, waiting to be in the flow. Into the block goes Cowgill. He kicks. Open look for Stewart. That's no good. Looking to save. Cannot do so, and it will go to the Vikings. So
Try to take out Mr. Mars.
That's twice tonight where Keegan's not been ready for the give and go.
Yep.
So the Vikes will work the full length again, just this time the full individual man defense up the floor against Avery. Smoot going to make him work all 84 feet there. Corner, look, 3. That is off the back iron, no good. Tap, tap. TQ does end up with it. So Michigan City, 4.5 to go here before the half. A very low scoring game. McCray, that's a banker off the side of
and they're going right back to the stuff that got them in trouble in the first quarter. There wasn't one person underneath the rim for that last rebound.
Yep, and we got a mass exodus about to occur on the next dead ball. So
as we do in hockey, a line change away.
Line change.
Smoot with it against Avery. Flynn, now corner Crowell. He's looking for something. He'll dribble out of the corner. Nice dive to the rim. Blocked away by Cowgill. Good.
Nice block.
He's going to get
fundamental
subbed out.
defense
He's
there.
about to get subbed out, but
Yeah, that was a
good
nice
defense.
block.
Yeah, yes, it was.
Well, good fundamental
And he's
defense.
not
He got his
getting subbed
hands
out.
straight up.
He's going to stay in.
Oh, I thought he started walking over to that bench. He thought he was out too. So,
Greg Isley in for Michigan City for the first time, seeing who else is out there. Davion Davis checks back in after getting the start. And it is tapped, but no one was looking.
Not looking. Yeah, he was not looking. That ball was right in his hands if he'd have just looked.
High post swung. Now going to run the baseline. Triple team defense kick. Off the back iron, no. Fought for, taken by Van Buren. Michigan City looking to end a 7-0 scoring drought. You know, when I came up with the theme, A Tale of Two Cities, Best of Times, Worst of Times, I didn't think it would be the story of this game, too.
Oh!
And Cowgill says, I got you.
He's the only one who hadn't tried it at 3 out there, so he...
And he looked like he'd been waiting to. All right, so Michigan City ends that one. It's now a 1-point ball game, 14-13. All the way to the rim. Redmond spins one up, and it is going to be fought out of there by TQ. Murph going to run the floor. All the way to the rim. He goes triple team,
That was smart,
and there he goes.
That was.
He got it. I thought, I was like, oh, you should have got the foul at least, but he scored. So.
Well, and Murph did the right thing there. He's going to dribble that
He kicked it off
ball.
his own feet. 10 seconds. Oh.
Timeout called, I think, by Valpo.
Yeah.
Murphy did the right thing there, though. As he's running the floor, he's looking for a defender to stop it.
Yep.
No one actually ever stopped him.
Yep. You gotta
So
stop
what
the
did he
ball.
do? All the way to the rim he goes.
Yeah, isn't that rule number 1?
Stop the ball.
Stop the ball.
Stop the ball. So timeout taken by Valpo to rescue that possession. They will come out.
Little 30-seconder.
Michigan City, the last 5 points in this one. To take the 15-14 lead.
Very streaky game.
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, I mean, these teams are actually fairly well matched up when it comes to, if you're just looking at pure records. I mean, if you would have talked about this 6 games ago, I would have said we win this game by 40 points. But, I mean, we scored 10 points in the first quarter, and we've scored 5 in the second quarter so far.
But to be frank, I think what we've seen here from Michigan City
Frank,
is
nice to meet you.
we're looking for an identity. This team is still trying to figure out who they are with this group of players under this new coaching staff.
True.
All right, so back to live action. About 2.5 to go until the half. Nice look in the corner. Not ready, though, is Flynn. He's going to go handoff for Avery. Back for Flynn. Flynn holds against Isley. He's going to dribble into the middle. Rumbles in and contact and a foul.
Good call.
So Mr. Flynn will shoot a couple. Checking back in for the Wolves. That's McCray getting Isley.
Nope. Not yet.
No. Got to wait for the first free throw. So Tom Flynn, a 6'3" senior for the Vikes, goes long. And I'm pretty sure Valpo's 0 for 3 from the line so far.
They are not shooting well.
You know, when you have a free throw style named after your community, you figure you got to be shooting 80%, right?
You would think.
0 for. And the hilarious thing is, that is the style he's shooting. The like square elbow straight through line. That is the signature of the Valpo free throw style. In theory, you should never miss to the side. It should be either long or short. And speaking of long, that one goes into the Valpo bench as we are knotted at 15.
Anthony was coming to him. He didn't see it.
And the ball was not.
So you're saying if every time I shoot a free throw is short, I'm doing it right?
Well, you do live in Valpo.
That's true. It is true.
Rebound
what
fought
a
for
pass.
behind the back. No
I don't know
look
if
rescue.
I don't know if that was intentional. Like, I think he just threw it.
And something called. I missed.
That was a brilliant play-by-play, guys.
Yeah.
And something called.
Yeah, something.
I never saw a good signal, but it's got to be a
I didn't
turnover
either.
of some kind.
Everybody's going to the other end.
No foul call.
No foul. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm looking, there's no fouls, so maybe he stepped out.
Travel, something.
Yeah.
Something. It's Michigan City ball.
We're not the best in the business for nothing.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry.
A wonderful, actually, mention there accidentally of the wonderful Bob Euchre there. And Murphy with the steal. Sports World is a lesser place with Euchre's absence as Terrence going to pay tribute with a two-hand dunk.
And then get a foul immediately after.
But Euchre, one of the unique characters, one of the all-time greats at what he did and how he did it. Every tribute paid to Bob Euchre was not only how talented he was as a broadcaster, but what a genuinely great person he was besides.
MLB Network had a good collection of stuff on last night, and we obviously remember him for his humor, but I will put him up against any trained comedian. Self-deprecating humor.
Oh, yes.
He is on the Mount Rushmore of self-deprecating humor.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Rodney Dangerfield would probably be up there as well. But,
almost thrown away by Valpo. 1 minute, 5 seconds to go here, second quarter play. City defense extending a little bit and thrown away. All right, so Vikes turnover. Michigan City a chance to make this a two-possession game before the half. Let's see who's going to be the first to 20 here.
All right, my historian's on the table.
Sir, yes, sir.
Since we've gone into this spell of losses, this has got to be one of the lowest scoring halves.
Oh, gosh, I couldn't even.
This season.
Oh, for sure this season.
Good old-fashioned Indiana high school basketball.
Okay, now we're taking Keegan's three-point privileges away.
JV
scored more than this in the first half, I think.
All right, so Vikes with it, 35 to go here. Avery penetrates, gathers.
Traveled before the foul.
Yeah.
And they will call the foul. I think the baseline official wanted to call the travel, but the outside official had the call, and he was already going to call.
Aaron, I think we're going to call this a tremendous defensive struggle.
There we go.
It's what we in the business call a defensive battle.
Well, they do say defense wins championships, right? Or is it
KJ Avery good on the front end.
It has nothing to do with the fact both teams are shooting 15% from the field.
The defense is why.
The defense is why.
It's all in how you sell things, folks.
Kind of those glass half empty, glass half full situations, right?
Except I think in this case the glass is 3/4 filled with rancid milk. Anyway, 17-17 we go. 30 seconds here left in the first half. Anthony Murphy gives now on the wing for Keegan. Cowgill gives back for Murph. Between the circles, he looks for a screen. Nothing there, so it looked the other direction. Smoot. Dribbles, gives. High post for Cowgill. Wing, Stewart. Nick looks into the block. Nobody there. Michigan City still moving the ball.
Gotta go to
5.
work.
Murph loses control of the dribble. Fought for.
Shoot
taken
it.
out. 3 at the
It's
buzzer.
good if it goes.
No.
It doesn't.
All right, so football scores galore in this one. We are at the half, 17-17. Michigan City Valpo knotted in this one just like they were after one. So we'll go ahead. We'll take a break here at the half. We'll get a little bit of that in, and we'll come back and get you ready for second half action.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
All right, so halftime here from the Wolves Den on a nice January Friday night. When you get a 40-degree day in January, you treasure it, especially when you're looking ahead in the forecast. They're already talking about canceling school next week because of cold.
It's canceled on Monday.
Yeah. I'll give you the day off on Monday.
Okay.
That's on me, all right? Anyway, 17-17 after one half of play here at the Den. Nothing decided. It was a 7-7 tie after one. It's a 17-17 tie after two. Let's see, are we going to continue the trend, or is one of these teams going to start to take control here?
Well, I mean, let's give the Wolves a little bit of credit. If you fall behind and you're looking at a 7-0 deficit, it can be very easy. Kind of get frustrated right there. So give the Wolves credit for fighting their way back, and you've got a brand new ball game at the half.
All right, so I'm going to look at you. You know lots of these guys personally. You played football with a couple of them. Like, coaches can tell you guys lots of things. They can coach you up. They can know everything. They can be telling you the right things. But sometimes it just doesn't sink. Sometimes it takes one of your peers to come into the locker room after the coaches are done and say that magic thing. Who's that guy in this group, you think? Who's the guy that after Upshaw or Walker or somebody like that is done that's going to come in and say, look, fellas, here it is?
I think it's either going to be between Taquarian as in TQ, or I might say Smoot.
Isaiah?
Yeah.
Okay. Because so far, as we said, Michigan City, the slow start, they didn't score the first 5 minutes in this one, ended on a 7-0 run, but on the first quarter. But we've gotten nowhere so far. Been, we'll call it a defensive battle if you want to be kind to defenses or offenses for that matter. But so far, that energy has not been there. We have not seen a lot of either possessions where defense has generated offense. We've seen a scattered one or two here and there. We've not seen a lot of back-to-back possessions where the offense has looked efficient and gotten a nice shot. It's just not been consistency tonight.
Caden Crow leads the Vikings with 7 points, and Anthony Murphy leading the Wolves with 10 here at the half.
Of course, so far on the season, Anthony leading the Wolves at about 18 a night. hoping to see more of the same from him. But really, it's that supporting cast, too, you really want to see. Unless you've got an absolute superstar, you really can't be a one-person team in this conference and in these playoffs. You've got to have a second or third guy who can step in and give you that answer when you need it.
That's right.
Once again, I'm going to mention we've got some exciting nights coming here up on the schedule very soon for Michigan City. As we said, next week, we want everyone out here to the Wolves' Den, to the old Raiders' nest out here.
Got a future Wolf on the screen right now. That
All right.
I was trying to. She was dancing with her doll, and I was like, "Hey, she's out here late
They had
tonight."
the picture of all of us, and she had the bat commentating as well.
Yep,
So.
it was fun. I'm sorry, I got real distracted on it. Thanks, Sue.
Way better than us. Way better. No, go back to the kid. Go back.
Go back to the
That's why they're the best camera people in the business, folks.
Faces that are made for radio.
Hopefully, second half, Mark will be able to actually hear us tonight. We kind of goofed up on something. Now he can hear us. So we're
all right. So as we said, though, looking for offense here in the second half.
See, that should have been a slide. Looking for offense in all the wrong places. That's Drew.
In all the wrong places, like beyond the three-point line.
Yeah, you hit it on the head. But anyway, sorry.
Well, and again, in the era of efficiency in basketball, there is nothing wrong with the three-point shot per se.
I blame Steph Curry for
But
all this.
you have to recognize when that shot is not effective and who it's not effective for.
True.
Because the math is pretty simple. If you shoot 50% from two-point range, shooting anything better than 33% from three-point range makes it a more efficient shot.
Yeah.
But if you're not shooting those percentages, the algebra changes.
Oh, here we go. You said there would be no math.
I never claimed there would be no math. I could never, I would never.
You've got a computer in front of you to go ahead and you can.
There we
I don't
go.
know how
There
to
we
use
go.
this thing. I use it for games.
But you want to see that killer attack mentality come back. When Michigan City was on that 5-game streak earlier this season, they were effective because defense was creating easy offense. Because the offense was getting to the rim and creating scores, opening up the easy outside shot. It wasn't the step off three or the step back three. It was we're going to dive to the rim, and I'm going to kick the ball to one of these shooters who's going to be open from the outside, stepping into a pretty three-point shot. As we sit about 3 minutes from the resumption of action here at the Den, and as I started mentioning before we got distracted by Ultimate Cuteness, next week, Friday, be here at the Wolves' Den. The Slicers of LaPorte will be here, which, okay, look, folks, you don't need more of a reason to be here than Rivalry Night, but it is Heritage Night. We are going to honor some amazing Michigan City basketball history. We've got some Elston folks coming back. We're going to do a halftime ceremony that ought to be pretty cool. We're going to bring back some alumni to the band. We're going to have a lot of fun next week. If you can't be here, which you should be, you got a week to figure it out, be here on YouTube for the Michigan City Network. We will have the game live. We will call everything. We will show you all the frivolities and the hilarities. And that's just our broadcast. We will also have some amazing basketball for you. Both of these games we've had on Heritage Night have been wonderful basketball games. LaPorte got us in the first version. We got Kankakee Valley last year in the second version. Hoping for a little revenge next week. We know LaPorte, their social medias are already trying to get their fans to come out here and paint this gym orange. Do not let that happen. I want to see either red or I want to see gray and blue, folks. And I want it to be loud. Everybody likes to talk about the old days, how loud it was, the community support. Well, let's do it. There's no reason.
We got that other yellow and blue thing we could have too.
Yeah, okay. If we have to.
Columbia, blue, and gold. Thank you.
I'm just looking out for you.
I appreciate that, too.
I will fully admit biases.
Actually, again, I don't know. We kind of talked about how the Wolves ended up getting their name, but shout out to Matthew Warner, a historian down in the south part of the county, but there's been some conversation going on social media. He's been trying to get behind how did the Wolves become the Wolves and how did the Raiders become the Raiders, and he questioned how did Rodgers end up with that Columbia blue and gold, and I think that one of the things he said, actually I don't think he said it, somebody else did. In fact, I want to say it might have been one Tony Lederhold, a member of the Michigan City High School class of 1996, but the 1971 was right in the middle of the UCLA college basketball dynasty.
Yeah, that would be accurate.
It might have been possible that there was a little UCLA influence.
What did I miss?
You're good.
Oh, okay.
We were just talking about high schools that existed before you were.
Before I was thought of.
If you want to impress me, tell me how Elston got its nickname.
Stumped him.
Silence.
Well, there you go.
I understand there were literal devils
Challenge
in
accepted.
Michigan City back then.
I learned a lot of college nicknames over the course of my oldest daughter picking schools. The DePaul Blue Demons, actually one of my favorite ones, but we'll worry about those things later. As Michigan City will have the ball here first as they go right into the block for Keegan Cowgill. Beautiful. It's
Tell me that wasn't drawn up at halftime.
Yep.
I'd like to see some more drawn ups instead of just
the back screen at the dive. Michigan City going to show the pressure right away. Terrence almost had that loose, and now Isaiah does. All right, defense, let's lead the offense. Isaiah in the block for Upshaw. Kick on the open three. Oh, that's the design you want, though.
Yes.
Will you take that shot? That's a good shot.
And
inside
two
to
players
outside.
wide open.
And
over and back.
Court violation. You don't see that called very often, folks. But
that was picky. But
yeah, I didn't think he established both feet in the backcourt.
Did you notice he looked down at and was like, "Where's the line at?" I didn't even see the line.
All right, so 2 turnovers quickly by Valpo. Michigan City scores on their first possession, and a foul going to be called.
That was a dumb foul.
Trent Kimes. That might be 3 on him.
You can't make that foul at the top of the key like that.
And a bad way to pick up your 3rd foul.
Yeah.
So Kimes going to stay in there with 3 on defense. Let's see if Michigan City looks for the attack there. Smoot with it between the circles. Gives for Murph. Murph watches the movement. Now he's going to drive, dive, kicks. Gets the ball back. He's going to run through the baseline. The flip up is good. His gather is such a thing of beauty.
Yes. And I'd like to see more of it. I mean,
City again showing that 2-2-1.
Let him get to the corner and then trap him.
Thought about it. Now they're going to go other baseline all the way to the rim. Lay in. Nice denial at the rim by Cowgill. Michigan City looks to run. They're going to go up for Upshaw. It is denied, out of bounds.
Where's
the officials looking at each other? I have not seen a point. We got to be staying here at this point, right?
They called a foul.
Oh, they called a foul.
They had to. I was like, you have to call a foul on that.
It did look like contact, but I mean, the play went on so long, I didn't think anything was getting called.
Short of blood being on the floor, yeah, it did look like contact.
And just because I want to see it again.
Von Redmond with his first for the Vikings.
Upshaw going to shoot a couple here. Good on the front. All right, Michigan City, the first 5 here in the second half. And so far, the offense is looking better. It's looking more efficient. It's looking like what you want to see the offense operate like.
Let's go ahead and put 40 in this quarter.
Okay, let's go. Upshaw, good on the second.
Hit every part of that run.
Michigan City again showing that pressure. This time it looks more 1-2-2. Valpo does break quickly. Avery with it, going to go the right side to the rim, wraps around, out of bounds.
Threw to somebody out of bounds.
3rd straight turnover on offense by the Vikes.
Good give and go, but the go was standing out of bounds.
The go was gone. All right, so 2 minutes in here. City has the first 6 points. Smoot looks to attack. It's a screen from Murph. Goes away. Now he dives right back into the open space. It is loose, and it is going to be controlled by
that
Valpo.
shot, though. I liked the drive.
And he used the bank.
They're gonna have to
And
call
again,
timeout.
trap. And they've used a couple timeouts already, and they're going to get Murphy in the cookie jar. It's good hustle. He was just a half a beat late, but I like the aggression there, trying to get that loose.
I'd go right back to it.
That is Murphy's second, so he's got to be a little more careful here. First on the Wolves here in the second half. Smoot with it. They're going to have Redmond trigger. Little bump there. Could have been called, wasn't. Opposite block, the lay-in. That's no good. No block out, and he gets the ball back and going in with it. That's Isaiah Keene. That's a big man move right there.
It looked like he just threw the ball up, but it was like perfect.
Cowgill between the circles. That's off the back iron, no good. And Keene going to run it down. Redmond looks to operate, gets past the defender, kicks, gives, and it is going to be blocked away by Cowgill. Keegan knew he had a foul to give there, and he was not going to make sure. He was going to make sure there was not an easy shot
Sorry,
there.
I'm pretty sure Stewart fouled him before he traveled.
Yeah,
so.
maybe, but he definitely traveled.
Second on Cowgill.
I think they are changing this to an out-of-bounds foul.
It should
The
be because
official,
the foul happened before the shot.
emphatically pointed at the baseline, so I think this is going out of bounds, folks.
Yeah, that foul
The
happened.
Valpo coach not happy about this.
And there you go.
but,
Start the count. 1, 2,
too bad.
3,
Play the game.
4, 5.
And
it's a
Cowgill,
5
yep.
second.
Oh, that was a quick 5.
Yes, it
Boy,
was. 'Cause
it
he
was.
stood there for
He
30
was-
seconds waiting on him.
And he argued too long, and the officials were not happy about it.
No, that's
So,
what triggered the quick 5.
Yeah, he was like, listen, you're going to keep talking.
ahead,
or
argue.
I'm gonna-
I credit Mark Mars. He was all over.
Yes, he was.
Go ahead, argue.
I think that was
I see the
about
smile on his face.
We could see it from here, Mark.
3.75 seconds on that 5-second count,
Yeah.
but that's what
It
arguing
works
with
in
the
our
officials
favor,
gets
so.
you.
Never,
All right, Wolves back to work after another turnover,
Got a
blocked
piece of
away. Controlled by City, knocked out of bounds, though, by Valpo. It will stay here.
Not often you see Murph's shot blocked.
So the foul was on Cowgill, though. That was his second. Second on the Wolves, second for both teams. Keegan checks out, TQ checks in. Looking to trigger under the basket. McCray going to give in the corner to Isaiah. Smoot looking to do something. He's going to work baseline, draw the double, triple. Now he loses control. Redmond out of there running with it. He's going to pull up. Nope. Gives back. Thought about the three. Redmond dives in. One too many passes, and it's going to be stolen away by Van Buren. Wolves look to work the other way, spinning after the contact. Murph, boy, he got walloped.
And
now he's going to
the
get
foul.
called for the charge.
That was a good
Put
call.
the shoulder down.
Yeah.
I think he gets away with it if the shoulder doesn't go down, but he got low like he was hitting a running back.
That was the LeBron.
You have to
like
bring
my
him out
man
now.
over here.
That is the third on Murphy.
So decision time for Coach Upshaw.
He's keeping him in. Said let the vet play.
23-19, Wolves by 4. Again, City showing the pressure.
Nothing
Now
silly.
looking to trap.
Nothing silly.
Again, a long count, barely breaking over, and under the rim, thrown away.
That's that good
City
pressure.
defense.
That's that good pressure there.
I want to say that's 5 turnovers created by Michigan City so far here in the third quarter.
Drew? Oh.
I think I'm pretty good on points, and I think we're going to be able to give you a leading score.
So go ahead and say it. Nothing's stopping you.
Yeah, right? I'm going to say 5 turnovers.
Yep. Official scorekeeper.
Oh, there is only one official scorekeeper in this building.
Yep.
The man, the myth, the legend, Warren Foster.
Yep. I bet he's got it.
Murph spins, kicks, gives.
Take your time, guys. Take your time.
McCray, now he goes in. Nice look.
And
Bounce,
grown
bounce.
man move,
Oh, man, the extra.
Foul.
And
And
it was
one.
back
And
good.
one.
Good work by the twin bigs there in Van Buren and McCray. Get those offensive rebounds and go to work. The putback is good. Are they counting it?
They should be.
Should.
I
They-
did.
It's up there.
I don't think they're counting it. The
It is
official
up there.
put 2 free throws. Now he's counting it. Okay.
Good.
He put 2 fingers in the air at first.
We'll
so.
take 2 free throws.
I
Plus
did
the
not.
two.
They have not updated the foul, though, on the scoreboard. Valparaiso does not have a 0 to have 3 fouls. Free throw good, though. Michigan City by 7. I believe that's their biggest lead of the night.
And Valpo has not handled
Almost stolen away, and they're going to call a foul.
on who?
It's going to be on McCray, I believe, coming over the back of the Viking offensive player.
Got to be careful.
It
They're
is
gonna be
3
shooting,
now on Terrence, too.
and they're going to be shooting after this next foul. The rest
And
of
Michigan City gets much smaller as Davion Davis checks in for McCray. Changes the look of that pressure for sure. Redmond looking to get a screen.
They've actually come out of it.
Stewart playing defense. Now they kick opposite wing. 3 ball is up and good for Trent Kimes. Nice pass there to the open opposite wing. 26-22, Michigan City by 4. Murphy holds. He surveys out near the timeline. Looking to get the screen from Upshaw. He uses it. Now hands off for Stewart. Stewart pounds between the circles. Gives for Murphy. Murphy corner for Davis. Davis surveys the post. Nothing there. As TQ gets knocked off by the bigger man. Now Murphy going to dive. Goes to the basket. Can't get the shot to go down, though. Worked between the bigs. Now all the way to the other end. Going to the weak side. Lay in, no. Nice defense.
We got bodies all over the
and
place.
he's hurt.
Nick Stewart going to get the runner up on the rim. No. Tap, no. And a timeout going to be called after the rebound and the injured player.
Yep.
So
It's cramping, I think.
the officials let that go on as long as it was active, and once there was a pause in the action, they rightfully stopped the game for the injured player.
I mean, yeah, that.
I believe that is Mr. Redmond out on the floor there.
Yeah.
I do believe that is correct.
Michigan City trader Molly Perales out there checking on the young man.
The way he reached down, I'm almost wondering if he's cramping.
It almost looked like he might have caught the edge of that stairway right there.
Yeah, he cramping.
Take it from the expert.
That water bottle told it off.
Yep.
I mean, us old men, we catch a cramp just walking up the stairs, but, you know, these guys, real athletes.
When he went down, he started grabbing his toes and pulling his toes back. And it was
Still kind of working that same calf area, it looks like.
So you wonder in these situations, and I mean, this is, I'm going to go to football here too. Eventually, will they just be like, all right, he's got to come off? And
Well,
and,
play stop.
Nah.
Play stop. So he does have to come out
Yeah.
for at least a possession or a time
if,
stoppage.
If you choose not to hydrate, you
problem is now, though, he's going to be struggling with that for the rest of the night.
Yep, it's an epidemic, isn't it? Once it starts, it just.
And now the official's going to let everyone go back to their respective huddles here for a couple seconds. As now they get the young man up off the floor.
Oh, he's struggling big time.
Yeah.
Walking off under his own power, though laboredly so.
That looks painful.
Yeah.
I mean, that is.
When you can't.
Bend your feet while you walk. Yeah.
That does not look fun. Hopefully he's going to get that stretched out. Oh, and Mark lost us.
That would be me every morning. The first walk to the bathroom is nothing works right.
Mine's normally quick.
This
so.
is 51. All right, so Michigan City going to show the full court pressure. Looking mannish. We'll see how it evolves after the inbounds comes in. They come in, they do trap. Looking for some help. Now gets it. Running the floor, they get it up into the front court for Avery. He's too going to be trapped. Open look on the wing. Not going to take it. Picked up. Only a couple guys will look to shoot from the outside for Valpo, which is also a very unusual thing, as Avery misses at the elbow. Wolves rebound, look to transition. Murphy pounds the dribble against Avery. Going to hand off for Stewart, back for Murph, and we're going to run some offense here, folks. Gets the screen.
And the shove,
And the shove there, yeah. As you saw Nick Stewart go flying. Picked it up inside
he
Davis.
It was a good idea, but Oh,
And
timeout
Coach
before.
Upshaw
Yeah.
going
Good,
to preserve
smart.
the possession there.
Upshaw knew what was about to happen. He's like, no, he's not ready for it. I don't think we've seen Davion take a shot today, have we?
I don't believe so.
Drew?
Davion has taken one shot. He took a 3 back in the first quarter.
Oh, okay.
I was sitting here, we had talked about Coach Upshaw and the tie. The guy I want to see in the tie is talking to Warren Foster right now. One Will Walker.
Good luck, son.
He might have wore one at his wedding. No.
Were you in attendance?
No, I did get invited. I was out of town, but I saw pictures. I think it was on the beach, so maybe no. Yeah, why would you wear a tie on the beach? I could be wrong. Will, if you watch this later, text me and let me know.
If you don't.
Is there a picture that exists of Will Walker in a tie? That's what we want to know.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah. I think his senior picture might be in a tie. I wish I had my yearbook with me. I'm not. It's in my office.
All right, so after the stoppage, we will have Michigan City inbound, and it's thrown away. Valpo rescues. They're going to look to set the offense. To work they go. Avery between the circles. Holds. Now hands for Flynn. Corner. Stokes. Looks to go to the block. It's knocked away. Rescued.
Yes,
Pounds.
there is.
Spins in.
Off his
and
head.
stolen away. Davis is going to have a chance at a shot here.
Oh,
And
and he got
blocked
it.
away. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't get the taunt after that, though.
I was
Good hustle, good defense on the recovery there by Valpo. As we go to 75 seconds left, thought about the 3. Stokes instead will dive, lays, no. Michigan City with it. 5 on 4 the other way. Murph looks to push all the way to the rim. He is hammered, and he will go to the line.
We have confirmed that Will has worn a tie.
Yeah.
All right, so Anthony going to shoot a couple free throws. Both teams 4 fouls in this quarter. That foul going to go against Tom Flynn. That'll be his second.
I can't grab it.
Another line change sitting here at the scorer's table. Is Murph good on the first?
I was going to put it on the screen, but
Cowgill, McCray, and Smoot all ready to check in.
Just trust us.
oh wait, I could. Well, I'm not logged in. Never mind.
Take that back.
Mike's calling the game. We're worried about it.
we're worried about a tie.
Tie goes to the runner. Wait, no, we're not there.
Well, I just thought about, speaking of scores and ties. We had no points scored for about 4.5 minutes of this third quarter.
Been a lot of that in this game.
Yeah.
Michigan City with 11 points this quarter. The highest output of any quarter for any team in this game.
As quick as that last 5-second call was,
That was
seemed
long. He was giving it back to him for that one because that one was a very long 5 seconds.
All right, Wolves again, chance to push this out. They've led by as many as 7. 6 right now with the ball as we go 45 seconds for your quarter.
Hold for the last shot.
They do not look like a big hurry right now as we approach 35. They have really not looked at the basket yet.
And I will tell you, I do love the movement, though, and we haven't seen a lot of this in this game either. It's
20 and counting as we go.
This reminds me of the old John Boyd days when they get that first lead of the game by 2 and they'd hold the ball for 3 minutes.
Between the circles, Stewart as we go 5. He dives, he kicks. Open look at a 3 for TQ. That's off the back iron.
Put it back up.
Put back. Tried to get around and throw it up there. A lot of contact, no call. All right, folks, it is for the first time tonight after a quarter, we have a leader. Michigan City 28, Valpo 22.
Quick
We're
break?
going to break? Let's break.
All right, we'll be back.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
All right, so looking at scores from the region, you see the 28-22 city lead. One non-surprise, Crown Point 15, Maryville 7 after one. One, I'm going to call it a mild surprise. After 3, LaPorte 38, Chesterton 36.
Barn burner. Barn burner.
We'll keep an eye on that one. LaPorte has stormed back to take the lead in that one, though.
Let's go Trojans.
Hey, that just
I'd rather a
felt dirty.
Trojan than a slicer.
Ugh. I don't think there's a right answer in there at all.
So can it end in both losing?
Team Meteor. Team Meteor.
So can it end in both losing?
Does Chesterton improve LaPorte's strength of schedule for you guys?
Absolutely.
Okay.
By about 1/10 of a point.
I'm sitting here defending LaPorte.
Why?
Let's see. Chesterton so far a 77 overall rating. LaPorte's average on the season is only 69. So yes, and markedly so. As a scramble for it, now on the back end, nice look, nice lay-in there from Caden Crowell. Back to a
traveled.
4-point game, and
Yeah, he traveled.
guys, that's awareness. Awareness. Michigan City, a couple sloppy possessions here to start the fourth.
Which is not what you want after you've had a really productive.
That was a much better third quarter for the
yeah.
Wolves. Might not have shown big on the scoreboard, but this is a mucked up kind of dirty game. As again stolen away. They throw ahead for Smoot. He is going to lay in and good. I hope you like your Sloppy Joe's extra sloppy because that's what we've got for you tonight here at the Wolves Den.
Hook. Offensive foul.
No, they're going to call Isaiah for that. And Isaiah showed him exactly why.
I mean, like, he literally grabbed Isaiah and threw him into his back and tried to get by him.
2 minutes hooking.
Yep.
Instead, it will be the third foul on Isaiah Smoot, so those fouls starting to add up. McCray, Murphy, and Smoot all with 3 for Michigan City. Corner pocket 3. That is good. Caden Crowell stepped into that one and have the Wolves lead. Nick. Nope, not on that one. He looked to answer. Now Crowell just runs out of there with the ball all the way to the rim. No one stopped him. Tried to lay off. Let's see.
He shuffled his feet 3 times.
And can't get the layup to go down. Crowell again.
What the elbow, though? What?
Crowell fighting for that rebound.
Literally.
The lay-in good. And that quick. Valpo on a 5-0 looking for 6.
This is what I want to show you.
And 3 fouls now.
Why I'm upset if you look at
For
this
Cowgill.
replay.
I think Keegan.
I think Keegan pretty.
Yeah, but he also elbowed Keegan, too, on that.
Crowell uses every inch of that rim and ties this up.
Not the start of a fourth quarter.
So an 8-2 to tie this up for the Vikings. 30-30. First to 40, fellas.
Crowell with all 8 points for the Vikings here in the fourth quarter.
First to 35.
All right, Smoot has the C's part. He goes in the lay-in, no. Cowgill throws it to the rim, no.
It looked like it was
and
mine.
it is rebounded by the Vikes. Quickly double team, but taken out of there. Avery, the C's part for him. He goes all the way to the windmill, no. Offensive rebound, fought for.
That's a jump ball. That's a jump ball.
And
Going to
it
Michigan
is.
City. That's a jump ball.
Isaiah Keene rambled in there to mix that one up.
There was nobody in the lane.
Nope. So it will be Wolves ball, possession arrow to City. So Vikings now hold the vital arrow with 6 minutes to go in this one. Wolves look to go to work.
I would have driven the lane on that last drive.
All the way to the rim, contact no.
We
Good
can't.
drive by Terrence, though.
Buy a layup.
He
today.
passed up the 3 as well he should have and got a much better look at the rim. And instead, he draws a foul, plus he's going to the rim to the line to shoot a couple. Foul is number 2 on Keene. Terrence McCray going to shoot a couple free throws. Free throw is going to be vital down the stretch for both these teams in a tightly played game like this.
Not traditionally our strong point this year either.
Valpo hasn't looked that great either in this one so far.
Like they've hit, what, 2?
I think they're 3 out of 6, 4 out of 8 in that general range. As Terrence good on both. 32-30, City seesaws. City looks to set the trap. Instead, they will drop into man. Crossover by Crowell. Back look for Keene. Keene tucks it under the rim, but not over.
Oh, boy. I was like, Keegan trying to bring the ball up. I was like, get it out of his hands. I love him, but.
All the way to the rim. McCray again, the lay-in, no. Tapped in by TQ Van Buren. The offensive rebounding coming up big there for Michigan City.
TQ had a nice little gather there, too, on that. They didn't get rewarded.
Tapped loose. Murphy with it. Throws ahead all the way to the rim.
Oh, my goodness.
He was in between the layup and the dunk and got neither. 34-30 Michigan City. Looking to get the energy back.
Wide
and
open.
Backdoor again, met at the rim by Cowgill. Missed twice by Keene.
That's got to be on 34.
And then he hammers poor little Nick Stewart. I think Nick probably giving up a hundo there.
Yeah, Nick might need to go into concussion protocol after that one.
Send him to the 10.
Yeah, he got.
I think that's going to be 3 on Keene. It is.
I think we got a timeout on the floor.
I think that's just Nick Stewart trying to remember his own darn name right there.
Full timeout, Valpo.
All right, so the Vikes will take a timeout. Guys, who's got thoughts on what we're seeing here in the fourth quarter?
Well, it's come alive, I will say that much. This is more than we've seen out of the first 3 quarters. Still a little sloppiness on Valpo's side, a lot of turnovers on their end. I mean, even to start the start of the fourth quarter, but they, as I said earlier, and I'm sticking to my guns, first to 35, gonna win this game tonight.
All right.
I mean, we have gone on, 0 for 9 streaks, so who knows what could happen.
Looks like a 2-point game. LaPorte 45-43 the lead with 40 seconds, but just turned it over on a 50-50 charge call per Mr. Jim Peters.
Thank you, Jim.
So good action. I'm not sure who the home team is in that one, though. See if I can figure out where we are in that one. We are at LaPorte.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Usually the 50-50 goes very orange in that, Jim.
Yeah. Orange and black.
All right, so the Wolves, the lead in this one. They will work the full length, 4-point lead and the ball. 5 minutes, 2 seconds left to go here in this one. Michigan City looking to end the 6-game losing streak, get back to 500 here. Vikes also come into tonight with a 5-game losing streak, so someone is ending it. As all the way to the rim, can't get it to go down though. Murphy. Little tie up in the backcourt. Avery goes oppo taco. Crowell push, fade, and an air ball thrown up, fought for, and now Nick Stewart comes out of there with it. He's one-on-one. He's going to pull out and wisely pull up.
No.
Cowgill, the open look at 3. That's off the back iron.
No good. Take that shot.
We're trying to get to 35 here, okay? Travel?
Avery picks that up. Oh,
that's
they're going to get Nick there for the foul.
But that's a travel, isn't it? He slid.
Yeah, he was on the ground. You can't get up.
Yeah, and he slid, too. And I'm like, I skated across the – never mind.
Instead, Stewart going to pick up his first foul, the 3rd on the team.
I'm going to say it wasn't because the guy in the stripes didn't call it, and he was looking right at it.
And that's going to be called a foul?
What?
I remember when
a little
get up off the ground that quickly.
Hand contact there called now on Nick Stewart. His second foul in about half a second.
Yeah, I was like, he goes from 0 to 2 in 0.3 seconds.
So instead, Isaiah Smoot will check back in with his 3 fouls. He'll work Avery. Coach Upsaw playing the possession game. They go backdoor right to the rim. Lay-in is good. Trent Crimes. Halfway to go here in the 4th from the Den. It's a good one. 34-32. Wolves the lead and the ball. They try and go into the post, and it is going to be knocked out of bounds by Valpo. I'm looking at that name, number 42 of Valpo, and I'm not even going to try.
Ooh, let me see. Somebody give me a.
Because I don't want to butcher that poor young man's
Corbin
name. Have his
McConaughey.
mom calling me. Yeah.
Man, you should have let me do it. I love a good butchering of a name. I'll do it on common names. Like Timothy
Smith.
Timothy.
Quiet, A.A. Ron. Murph, fade in the lane. That's short, but the putback by TQ.
First to 35.
Beautiful position in the middle lane by Van Buren. Uses all that length to lay that back in. Big offensive rebound. TQ, couple big ones here at the end of this one. Almost knocked away. Step inside the three. That's no good. Fought for. Cowgill comes out of there with it.
I don't think they need to be taking the three-point shots either, but that's.
All right, so 3 and counting. Murphy holds.
4 corners, guys. 4
Against
corners.
Kimes.
Skip Collins basketball.
Into the post they go for Murphy. A little bit of a dive there.
Yeah.
And they do call.
Are they giving techs now for flopping?
They should have there.
Yeah, I just,
that was an easy call because as soon as Murphy would look backwards,
the kid
Mr.
was
Kimes was on the floor.
Yeah, he hadn't even gotten into a post yet. It was
full timeout, Valpo.
Hit the floor. Shorty got low.
Timeout City.
That was Kimes' 4th foul, by the way. Something
as we say in hockey, we would call that unsportsmanlike conduct.
Something like that, yeah.
All right, so it is a 4-point game. Michigan City will have the ball with Kimes, now the first player in this ball game with 4 fouls for either team. Lots of young men with 3, including on the City side at the very least. Smoot, McCray, and I know I'm missing another one over there. Anyway, lots of fouls out there. At least you tried, right? All right, so City the lead by 4. We're under 3 minutes left to go in this one. Other games around the region, again, we're following at the half. Crown Point 33, Maryville 23. So actually, the Maryville holding that a little closer than I would have thought. But now in this one, in the other one we're watching, another charge called the opposite way. It looks like same score, 45-43 LaPorte. After a Chesterton charge, it will be slicer ball.
The refs giveth and they taketh away, huh?
Or as they say in the classroom, no, you earned your grade. Almost the dummy play there. Let's see if they call it out on. It will be out off of McCray. It is going to Valpo. Michigan City going to show the pressure. Man defense being played the whole length. Ooh,
He was close.
Just about put the back of his heel on the line.
Yeah,
he
I
was
was like,
close.
he almost
That's a push.
Elbow off. Everyone in the gym saw that one except the 3 in stripes. And knocked loose. Van Buren rescues. He's going to the rim. The lay-in is good. TQ, great defense to pop that ball loose from Crowell.
6 fourth-quarter points for Van Buren.
Very big points at that, as this is a 6-point ball game. In the post, kick. Now between the circles. Dive, gather, flip.
Foul on Cowgill? Or are they calling a trap?
Nope.
No, it is a foul. Waiting to see who that goes on. That is going to be number 4.
Number 3, his 4th foul. That is Terrence McCray.
On McCray. It will be 2 free throws to the line for Kimes. Kimes had a struggle there tonight. I believe he is 1 for 5,
Did that
right?
hit the front of the?
It hit
Barely.
Yeah.
Kimes with another, and he's good on that
Those were actually his first 2 of the.
one. Okay. Clean me up, Drew.
It's all right. That's why we call it unofficial scoring.
All right, so Wolves looking to work the full length. 1-3-1 being shown by Valpo. Smoot drives into it, now kicks. They look to reverse and timeout?
Nope, foul.
Foul.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
He had to think about it for a second, but
Yeah, I was like, I hope he wasn't going to
Hands
say
to the
that was
face.
over the back because he was.
2 minutes, 1 second left in this one. City by 5. Valpo trying to show a little different look as they're going to trap out of the 1-3-1. Smoot actually goes over, but they said it was contacted. Corner for Cowgill. Smoot, now Michigan City moving the ball out around in the zone.
take that.
All the way to the baseline
take
lay
that.
in
Yep, every
is
day.
good,
If you-
McCray.
and twice on Sunday.
That's where the problem is in the 1-3-1. There's no one on the back end of it, and City exploited it. 3-possession game now for the Wolves.
No fouls, guys. No fouls.
And a foul.
boy, that was touching. That was touching.
TQ going to get called for that one. That is only his second. As we said, one player on each team with 4. Kimes for Valpo, McCray. They stand in the backcourt together. Avery, the first free throw is good, makes it back to a 6-point game. He'll have another free throw coming up here. 92 seconds for this one. 92. Hey, that's going to be one of the classes honored at Heritage Night next week. See what I did there?
That's why they pay you the big bucks.
Next weekend, Friday night, Heritage Night, the Slice, the Wolves. Do you need more reasons? Because there are. And Coach Upshaw going to call a timeout.
I think this is final timeout. Oh, no.
No, one more. Coach Upshaw, again, Michigan City looking a little shaky against that 1-3-1. Not quite sure what to do with it. And Coach Upshaw said, let's talk, folks. Let's talk. All right, so to reset here, we're about 1:25 left in this one from the Wolves' den. Michigan City, say that again?
120 even.
120 even, okay. So City, the 5-point lead and the basketball. Michigan City with 5 team fouls, Valpo 4, so effectively both teams are in the bonus, so any foul will result in 2 free throws. The Vikings do own the possession arrow at this point. Valpo with 2 team timeouts left, Michigan City with 1. So the Vikes here need to figure out a way to get a stop. Michigan City would love to run some clock, get a nice long possession, ending in a score. And they're ready to start this one here. As Valpo finally gets him back out onto the floor. City gonna inbound into the front court. They understand the clock is their friend right now. Smoot met, and he'll run right around the defender. Hard to trap 1-3-1 that deep. And into the block they go. McCray spins, gets it blocked away. Nice defense on the rotation by Maddox Wagner. I haven't seen a lot of him, but he makes an impact right there as we go under a minute.
You got to trap him.
I can't believe he's the
why
one you
they've
want
got
bringing
him.
the ball
Yeah,
up.
I was going to say,
have to trap
a
him.
guard has to run there. An open look for Crowell for 3. That's short, no good.
That's gotta be over the
Cowgill
back.
the rebound and draws the foul.
And we're walking to the other end, aren't we?
Yeah, we
Yep.
should be walking 85 feet
Yeah.
after that one.
I'm pretty sure there's a reason why that's.
Well,
the limited
85
time
minus
you've seen him.
15, but foul on Maddox will be his second.
I was thinking about it too. I was like, 80.
70, got it.
Is Cowgill going to stick his toes in into about 15 feet away? Couple free throws upcoming for the big man, and no good. Keegan, a 6'7" senior for the Wolves, a 2-year starter for this squad. One of those young men in our system who his PPG and his GPA, beautiful.
Yeah.
But he misses both free throws, so scratch all the nice things I said. 5-point game again. Michigan City having some trouble scoring here. Couple possessions, couple shots at it, not able to do something. Avery looking to get free. Now open look in the corner. That's an air ball long, no good. Defender picks it up for Valpo. It is knocked loose and rescued again by Flynn.
Oh, no.
Into the block they go. Thump against Cowgill. No, but he will draw the foul. Going to the line, Isaiah Keene. Wow. That is a big boy body for the DAC right there at Mr. Keene. They don't list sizes, but I'm going to go about, 6'7", 230?
At least.
Keene going to have a couple free throws. The foul does go on number 24 for the Wolves. Cowgill, his fourth, as the front end of 2 is good. This is a very important free throw for the Vikings. They need this to make this a one-possession game. A one-possession game.
Missed it.
See?
I like what you did there.
Murphy the rebound. Valpo got to show some urgency and does. Runs to foul Murphy, and Murphy runs right to that stripe. He knows what his job is right now.
Like, all right, I need to make these.
Well, he's got to hit some free throws before you start warming up those buses, guys. This game could be over now with some free throw makes. Honestly, either way, neither team has been great from the line tonight. Michigan City more effective, though, in their limited opportunities as Murphy comes off the back iron. That is exactly my feeling. He's not the best color man in the business for nothing, folks. Lay Sai. Murphy one more attempt, 17.8 to go in this one. He is long, no good. Flynn the rebound.
And
looks to throw
back.
the touchdown pass. Back, almost an open layup is good by Crowell, and a timeout quickly
Full
called.
timeout.
All right, it's a one-possession game. It's 8.9 left. Michigan City, 4 free throw misses in the last 30 seconds.
I shouldn't say that.
That is a correct statement right there.
How many we missed so far this game, Drew?
In the game.
All right, so the Vikings still alive in this one. 40-38, City by a deuce.
We actually had not missed a free throw before the fourth quarter.
So I blame Mike Gresham for that.
Hey.
Okay, so Valpo's going to come out. They're going to foul right away. Who do they foul? Who do we get
Anybody.
the ball to?
Really, whoever
Right
gets
now,
the ball.
yeah.
Who do we get the ball to?
I am trying to get the ball into Isaiah or
Yeah,
Nick Stewart.
or
We'll
Stewart,
see.
yeah.
I don't know if Nick is in the game, but he is one of your 2 best shooters.
I would. If he's not in the game, he should be in the game.
Meanwhile,
And
he is.
He is, yep.
Meanwhile, Upshaw's going to try and draw something up where we can go the
We'll
whole
say
length of the
that
court.
Anthony Murphy was 5 of 5 from the line in this game until that last.
Watch for the long pass.
And I don't have numbers in front of me, but Anthony's been in that 65% range most of this season. So a clutch senior, and Smoot going to hold. He gets contact. They try to foul, but that was a long 3.4 seconds.
And why is the Valpo coaches just going to keep the ball, I guess, the rest of the game? Nope, and we have.
That should be number 10's fifth.
Yep,
It is.
It is.
So Valparaiso will get a few seconds to sort out the and they do right away. Usually the coach takes a few seconds. They get 30 seconds to sub out a player with 5 fouls. And usually by the end of the game, they're willing to use it to give their kids a break there. Murphy, again, 2 shots at a free throw. He's
Finally.
good on the front end.
Nothing but net on that one.
Let's ice this one, Anthony.
Chance to make it a 2-possession game. Make me look good, Mr. Murphy.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Nobody touch anybody.
And he
And
threw it away.
out of bounds.
He
well, we gave it back
rescued
to
by
him.
Murphy.
Oh, my goodness.
Could have just let that go, and I think that's what Coach Upshaw said. Look off of him, man. But instead, Valpo will maintain. They need a little bit of a Valpo miracle here. 1.7. And really, if
They're
you're
gonna
Michigan City, there's
They gave it back, some of
2.6
it back to
seconds.
him. Yeah, they get back some of that back to him.
They needed to.
Yes.
So 2.6 seconds left. If you're Michigan City, let them go.
Yep.
You put all 5 guys
Shoot,
on the
shoot,
floor,
shoot
and
a
you put
three.
their hands down to their side
You-
and just
As a matter of fact, just stand there, let them
That's
run
it.
to the basket, lay it in,
Yep,
let
and
the clock run.
And you win by.
Because you don't even have to
Yeah.
pick the ball up to inbound it.
put all 5 guys right in the lane and just
No
let
foul.
them stand there with
No
their hands
foul.
down.
No foul.
I would do some weird formation and just have them just. I wouldn't even put him on that end of the court. I'd put him on the other end of the court and just let him stand there.
Run the picket fence on the other side of the floor. Yeah.
Just because it doesn't matter. The last thing you want to do is let them heave up a three and you foul
and
them.
give
I'm calling a draw play.
Yeah. Draw play.
Did you have your interview with the Bears yet there, Rob?
Ooh. It was not Facebook official by the Bears, so I do not believe so.
I tried, but my internet wasn't working.
It was like they've literally interviewed the entire state of Kansas. So
Adrian Holly got an interview.
Nobody touch anybody.
Thrown up. Going to get a shot at a three.
Good.
And the clock runs out on Valpo.
Just like we said, you let him shoot a three, and you still win by 1.
All right, so your final score from the Wolves' Den, Michigan City 42, Valpo 41 in a, how can you kindly say this?
Ugly
a defensive battle.
Defensive battle. A DAC.
Other people will call this a really ugly game.
But this was a win for Michigan City. They even their record at 6-6 on the season. They end the 6-game losing streak. Valpo on the other side of the ledger falls to 4-10. The Vikings with a 6-game losing streak now. And well, let's wrap it up, folks.
Yeah.
What did you see here tonight?
I saw us finally waking up a little bit in that fourth quarter, something that I think we've not seen a lot in these last 6 games. There's still, in the first 5 games of the season, I know we shot the ball a lot better, and we shot the ball a lot better from 3. And I think we came very dependent on that 3. And I think the smartest thing we can do is drive the ball. I mean, we got some great athletes on this court, and we got to see some of that tonight. And we didn't win this game shooting from beyond, the arc there. We won this game because we threw the ball into the posts and let some of these guys go to work. So I think that's something that we could look at, if nothing else from this film, and say, hey, this is what we need to continue to do, and maybe this is Michigan City's identity going through the rest of this DAC lineup we got coming.
And I'm going to give the Wolves credit here. I'll let you get to it, Drew, in a second, but I'm going to bet the last time Michigan City scored 42 points and won a basketball game has been a long time.
I mean, I referenced it at one point earlier in the game. This is like an Indiana high school basketball game. I mean, it wasn't necessarily pretty, but it's most importantly for the Wolves, it's a win.
Yep.
Speaking of unofficial scoring totals for the Wolves, Anthony Murphy leads City with 16. TQ Van Buren has 11. Terrence McCray with 6. Keegan Calgill with 5. And Isaiah Smoot and Jerron Upshaw both with 2. Leading the Vikings, Caden Crowell with a game-high 20 points. KJ Avery comes up with 7. Levon Redmond with 4. Maddox Wagner and Isaiah Keene and Trent Kimes all with 3. And Thomas Flynn added 1.
All right, yes, peeking backwards, looking at some history. The last time Michigan City scored 42 points or fewer and won a basketball game was January 16th, 2017.
Wow.
8 years.
Wow.
So that's not easy to do, folks. That really takes some persistence. Valpo very happy to muck it up and play a game in the 40s. City not really wanting to, but they did what they needed to do. They got the W. They end the streak. They get the Duneland win. Both those boxes, it doesn't really matter. You got the boxes checked.
Yep.
For the Wolves, looking ahead now, we've talked about next week a little bit, but we've actually kind of been skipping a game. They actually go out to Elkhart, the newly unified Central and Memorial, now the Lions of Elkhart. We will be out there. Elkhart has had their struggles this year as well. 3-9 on the season. Some teams of note, they got walloped by Chesterton by 25. LaPorte beat them by 18. Penn beat them. Marion beat them. So a little bit of a struggle bus there for the Lions. Michigan City going to try and go out there and add to their misery and get back over 500. And then, of course, the big one. We keep hitting and talking about it, but it is Heritage Night here next Friday at the Wolves Den. We want you here. Be out here on Friday.
I'm so excited.
If not, we will have the broadcast live. Again, we're going to honor some of those mid-90s Michigan City Elston stars from back in the day. We will bring you those highlights on this broadcast, but you'll want to be here. We already know LaPorte is trying to draw up a big crowd, so let's drown the slice out of this one.
And we'd love LaPorte to bring a big crowd, but we need a larger crowd, and we'll take the ticket sales.
There we go.
From that. And we'll have the velvety voice or raspity voice of Mike Megacy joining us back next week as well. I don't know what we want to call it, whether it's velvet or rasp.
Hey, as I said before, I was so rudely not broadcast to open this game. This broadcast team has one of the all-time winningest records in the history of girls basketball, and he will be back next week.
Yes, he will. He will. With stories to tell, I'm sure.
You got that right, folks. All right, folks. Well, once again, we want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Michigan City holds on for the 42-41 victory against the Vikings of Valparaiso. Michigan City now 6-6 on the season. Vikings 4-10. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Come on out here next week. Thanks for joining us. Signing off. Thank Mark Mars, Sue Mars. I saw Declan running around here at times. Yep. All my wonderful people sitting up here getting their beautiful insights into this ball game. Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend. Stay warm, folks. Good night.